Hi guys, Sandy Ingram here. Welcome. In today's video, we are going to discuss the fact that Iraq's government is operating in the gray zone, meaning they do not have a legal government. All they have right now is a caretaker government. And I'm going to talk to you about the reasons for this and what's going on. First of all, leaders cannot agree on how to form a new government. Different political groups want different things, and they can't agree on how to share power. The Shiite groups want one thing, the Kurdistan region groups want another thing, and they just can't agree. They are refusing to compromise, therefore nothing is happening. However, news is coming out of Iraq that there is a parliamentary revolt. In other words, politicians are demanding progress instead of waiting. Now, on top of all of this, you know that Iran is in the middle of a war with Israel and the United States, and Iran is attacking U.S. associated facilities in Iraq. So this is a troubling time for Iraq, but still they have no government. And so it's hard to move forward. The only thing that appears to be stable in Iraq right now, Central Bank of Iraq is holding the IQD currency stable. Now, we know that the Central Bank of Iraq has reported that Iraq will be okay for at least a year, regardless of what happens. And that's because they have over $100 billion in the Federal Reserve Bank in New York City. Now, this $100 million is labeled as foreign currency, but it is Iraq's money, and they can draw down as much as they choose each month. They just need to fill out some paperwork and do what they need to do to ensure that the United States understands that none of these U.S. dollars will be or will end up in Iran or any other of the neighboring countries' hands. In other words, the U.S. is very, very strongly against U.S. dollars being shared in any way. And some banks have actually been put on a blacklist because they have allowed or done business with Iran-backed militants or Iran-backed businesses in Iraq. And that's an absolute no-no. So basically, this video doesn't have any new information other than the fact that what the politicians are doing in Iraq right now is being labeled as a revolt. We can only hope that they will come together and build a solid foundation to generate or create a government. Now, no one has mentioned the words Mailiki, and I don't want to either. It looks like that particular person has just drifted away, and we want to let that be for now. If the news don't mention him, we don't mention him. We are hoping that Iraq can come together, that they can find common ground, and that they can create a government and move forward.